Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of a Holy Rust Revival. You know how when you lay asleep at night and you kind of have insomnia and you wake up and you browse around on Facebook Marketplace? Well, let me tell you, this is what happens. We've got quite an adventure today. Y'all know I've been restoring a 46 Willis Jeep. You've seen the progress on the channel. I've got an accessory to go with it now. But let me explain how we got to this actual point. Been speaking to a wonderful gentleman on Facebook Marketplace, and he was gracious to stay in place today and let me come look at this accessory that I'm going to show you in just a moment. But my family and I have been on a Christmas light tour for the last 3 days, and we started in Lauderdale County and went all the way down to Gulfport, Mississippi, and saw some beautiful lights there. Then went over to Bellingrath Gardens just outside of Mobile, and what a beautiful spectacle that is. On the way home from Mobile, this little item on Facebook Marketplace that attracted me, we were able to make a connection and be able to find this beautiful accessory. But first, the tow rig. I don't know if I've ever showed y'all the tow rig that we're going to be going home with. And Tyler, if you'll pan to that right there, we are in the A-Team van, which is now going to be pulled by I'm thinking 1965, 67, 65 M416 military trailer. Now, no, let me tell you the irony of this situation. If you ever watched the A-Team show back in the day, and some of you older ones will get this, you will know that the A-Team were military guys who were on the run from the military police for a crime supposedly they did not commit. You'll watch the TV show, you'll understand. So they were running away from the military, but today the A-Team is going to be pulling a military trailer, and we're not going to be able to get away from the military today. Hopefully the trailer is going to stay behind us. Let's look this thing over just a little bit. Okay, so let's look this old girl over. She's a little rusty. However, y'all know what this channel is called, a Holy Rust Revival. We're not scared of rust by any means. I'm guessing this trailer is probably Vietnam era is when this trailer was done. It is an actual military trailer. The designation is back here. Still has the old tags on it. You'll see 9 of 1965. And where's the model number? There it is, model 416B1, 1965. So that's pretty cool. It does not have a tailgate. I think originally these were intended to put gear in there, you know, for the military, but it does have all the tie straps and everything for tarps to go on the top. Handles where 4 men can get on all 4 corners and run it around. It even still has the original tail lights, even though that's probably going to have to be fixed. And by the way, the original tail lights were 24 volts, not 12 volts. Original wheels. And look here, guys. We have some gas if we get in a bind on the way home. Actually, that says diesel on the side of it. Look at there. That fuel might actually still be good. Who knows? Who knows? We got a little work to do right here for sure. Just taking a little damage here on the front, but again, I think this will be easy to kind of replace all of this. Come around to the tongue. It's got the original handbrake on it, and this was intended to actually run the brake down when you disconnect the trailer so that it won't move, so you don't have to chock the wheels. It has an automatic chock built in there, and we're going to try our best to get that going again as well. There's been a little monkeying on the trailer hitch up here, but that's okay. It originally had a pintle hitch on it, which was a round circle. But in order to put it behind my Willis Jeep and the spare tire, we're going to have to lengthen this out anyway. So that's not a big deal. I just hope this gets us home. Tyler, let's look underneath. Okay. Now, there's one problem we have, y'all, is that it's supposed to have springs on it just like the Willis Jeep. But at some point, I'm thinking it's to lower it down to make it a better, height to work in. it's been welded, and the axle has been welded onto this tube. I don't know how good that's going to hold y'all on the way home. But I actually have all those springs in my stockpile at home, so that's not a very big deal to me. The frame itself looks pretty good. So it's not a bad trailer. It's a good trailer. It's going to take a little sanding, a little work on. Now we're about to pull this thing home 150 miles or better. I don't know if you can see the cracks in the camera. Spin right over there and just look at the cracks in that wheel. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend that we're not gonna see that until such a time we have to. But anyway, we're gonna have an adventure on this episode. We might be on the side of the road. We might make it home without any issue, but you know, the beauty of this situation here is we just don't know, and this is gonna be exciting to see how this turns out. He is gonna throw in an extra tire with it, and Braden got a tag for his 67 Mustang as well as a gas cap, an original gas cap that looks really good. So we're excited. This thing is going to bounce around all over the place, I know, and the family's going to be real happy at the speed that we're going to have to drive. But here we go. Let's see where the adventure takes us. Okay, y'all, we've made it about 5 miles past where we picked the trailer up. We've got to go get our bellies full, and we're about to try this place out, but this is, let's see if I can zoom in. Rocky Creek Catfish House. We are south of Hattiesburg. I can't even tell you exactly where we are. I'm all turned around. But, y'all, I can feel it bouncing around back here. Now, good thing is, I guess I can't see it. Look how much more narrow it is than the van. And I absolutely cannot see it through my rearview mirror nor in my side mirrors. So that's good. That's good. We're just gonna let it hang on until we get home. And we've got about an hour and a half to go. I am concerned, bouncing around so much. We've got a flat spot. And look at all those beautiful cracks in the tire. Ooh, man, I hope we make it home. Also, can you actually see the bearings exposed? Apparently there's supposed to be a cap over this, and I just sprayed some lubrication juice in there just to maybe free that bearing up, but I can actually see the cone bearing right there behind my finger. Not only on one side, but 2 sides. Woo, this is gonna be exciting. Let's look at the other side. This tire does not look any better. Not at all. You can see the bearing a little bit better, and I can tell you they are fully coated with rust. Maybe by the time we get home, all that rust will have come off of them, if we make it home. Okay, well, we're gonna go get our bellies full, because we may have a long afternoon. We're gonna be good. Everything's gonna be fine. Probably not. Mr. T says, Hannibal, the military's gonna be mad when they figure out you stole their trailer. You fool. Okay, we've been about 30 miles. That's a good sign. I still see the oil I sprayed on the hub is still on there, so that's good. It hadn't burned off. Let's see. Oh no, that's not even warm to the touch. Man, I've been running about 50 miles an hour, and I was kind of expecting these bearings to be heating up, because there literally is no grease. I can see the bearing itself, and there is no grease whatsoever. So, yeah, that's good. So, look how bad dry rotted these tires are. They are terrible, y'all, but they are military spec tires. So that's good. I mean, there's no telling how old these are. I don't see a date anywhere, but they're holding up well. They're good old nylon tires. Let's check the other side. That's good. Still see grease there. Heck, this one's even cooler than the other side. Look, you can actually see the bearing. Can you see the bearings in there? Okay, I think we can drive 60 now. Let's try 60 for the next 30 miles and see what happens. Okay, everything's looking good. Let's roll. What Tristan is getting for Christmas this year. Hey, Tristan, Merry Christmas to you, buddy. Okay, folks, we made it home, and I'll be honest, it was a very uneventful trip. After that last stop, and I noticed the bearings weren't getting hot, I just pinned it back. I put the cruise on 65 and just pretended that the trailer wasn't back there. So we did make it home. But look, I want to introduce you to some folks that have been pinned up in the car, the A-Team van with me all day. This is Alex. Hey, Alex. She hangs around Tyler. This is Tyler, my oldest son. This is Braden, right there. Yeah, right there. That's Braden. He did have his little lady with him, but we got tired of her and left her in Mobile, Alabama.
With family.
Yes, I'm kidding. Michaela, if you watch the video, that's not true. Yes, we did not get tired of you, but she stayed in Mobile, Alabama with family through the Christmas break. So we came back -1, but we didn't intentionally leave her. This is Lori. You've seen her maybe on my video before. And this is her beloved dog, Jojo. Yes, and we have a cat that's been hung up in the house for 2 or 3 days that is ready to get out and has already been at the window looking for us. So let's go back and look at the trailer one more time. Maybe I can get Tyler to hold the camera for me just for 2 minutes. So, okay, he's got to go number 1. But yeah, do that quick. You want to do it by a tree or you got to go in the house, Tyler?
Either way.
Either way. All right, let's get out of the van. We got to cut this short quick. Be back in a second. Well, the old A-Team van has made it back. By the way, this is a 1991 model van. I paid $300 for it originally, and it's got a $1,000 paint job on it. Boy, that makes really good sense, doesn't it? But it has the original flares that actually came from the molds of the original A-Team van. Custom-made bumper, just like it is on the TV show. But we're glad. We've been all over the place in this van over the last couple of years. Been to West Virginia, been to North Carolina twice, Birmingham, Mississippi Gulf Coast, New Orleans. Brady and I have gone on multiple man trips in it. So we have really got our use out of this van. I am concerned though, because I've got a bad shutter in third gear and overdrive, and either my torque converter is having some issues or my clutch bands in third and overdrive are starting to go out. I don't know how many miles the van has on it. It had 113 on it when the odometer broke before I got it. So I have no idea. It may have 200,000 miles on it. I just don't know. But she runs sweet and runs like a scalded dog. So we did make it home with the trailer. Yes. I just honestly forgot it was back there. And you know, maybe these old tires have some life left in them. You know, the bearings are not even warm to the touch. There's a little slack in them, a little slack. That's okay. We're gonna have to straighten this out. That's gonna take a little work. I'm gonna try to get some new reflectors on it, clean everything up. Let's check this bearing out. Oh yeah, it's not even warm at all. It's cold, actually. That is absolutely amazing that this trailer hasn't run in or been down the road in I don't know, decades, and we just put 200 miles on it, and not a thing went wrong with it. Let's get back up in here one more time. So, first thing I'm gonna do is cut this axle out. You might be able to see up in here, that's the original shock mount. And I'm gonna put the shocks, actually off-road shocks on it. Put about a maybe 3 or 4 inch lift spring. Hey, Pug. He's been in the house for 2 or 3 days and so glad to be outside. There's the other shock mount up there. But all in all, it's a very good trailer. There's some Swiss cheese in the floor. We'll address that later. Let me cut the video for just a second. I'm gonna show you kind of a tire that I'm gonna put on it and see if you like it. Whoops. So these are some 31s that I'm about to put on the little Willis Jeep that I'm building. If it'll stay there a second. Doggone it. Wants to roll off. There we go. When I put that lift and the springs on there, that tire will fit a whole lot better in that fender well, but that's gonna look cool right there. Get some matching wheels and tires for my Jeep. So what you gonna do with this, Smith? We're gonna make an overland trailer. We're gonna build it, outfit it for propane tanks, you know, tools, utilities, camping supplies going in here. I thought that was about to roll off. We might even build a frame and put a tent up here for an overlanding experience. So when I take my Willis Jeep off somewhere, we'll have all our supplies pulled behind us. Also, think about how useful that's going to be on the farm. Throw a chainsaw back there, tools, supplies to do any project around the farm. That's just going to be handy. And then we'll have a 4-wheel drive Jeep where I can go through the creek and do whatever we need to do. So we're going to soup her up, fix her up, get as much of the rust out as we can, and bring this old trailer back to life. She's been down for a while, but she's got some life left in her. So, all right. I have got to go build some bicycles with my scouts for Christmas. Christmas is 2 days away. And we are going to go give some service hours to some little children for Christmas. Okay, folks, look. Trailer hadn't been home 2 hours. And we've already put it to use. These scouts have crammed the van full of toys. The trailer's got toys. We're transporting it across town for a toy drive tomorrow in Marion, Mississippi. So look, you see a practical use for all these hooks. Maybe that's what the military was thinking. All that gear back there. That's all right, isn't it? So the old trailers are already being put to use and hadn't been home, Braden, what, an hour? 1 whole hour. Really thankful for all these elves that have been working hard, putting all these toys in place for the toy drive, and the scouts have been working on these bicycles. So they've done a tremendous job. Did a lot of smiles with toys under the tree for Christmas. I want to give much appreciation to this fella right here, Officer Hobson. He and Chief Davis have worked hard putting this drive together, and all the officers in the town of Marion for doing what they have done to make this drive possible. So thank you so much, guys, ladies, everybody that's been involved in this toy drive. So y'all, this was a kind of a quick episode, but thank you for watching. I'm glad it was an uneventful episode. I'm glad we didn't have any flats or barrens burn out. But you know, when you deal with military stuff, the bearings are bigger, stuff is built beefier, and that's one of the reasons I wanted this little military trailer, because I knew if I go off-roading with this thing, it's going to be built and built well. And they're actually very popular. A lot of off-roaders are beginning to catch on to these little trailers and use them for the overlanding and stuff like that. All right, look, Christmas is 2 days away. Remember the reason for the season. Jesus Christ was born so that he may live on this earth and die for us on the cross to save us from our sins. Don't forget that this Christmas season. Celebrate the reason why he was born and the purpose in which he was here on this earth and what he does for us today. So remember that. God bless y'all. Have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas. Be good. Hope you don't get switches in your bag. I, on the other hand, probably will, because I've drugged my family through all of this today to get this trailer. Probably tacked on about 2 hours of our trip home as a result of getting this trailer. But we saw some really neat stuff. So be prepared for some episodes of Holy Rush Revival on the restoration of this old military trailer to go behind my 46 Willis CJ2A. All right, God bless y'all. Have a great Christmas.